Rebecca sent us an email and asked, we recently purchased a home and it has white glazed tile on 2/3 of the floor space. It is dangerously slick. Are there any solutions to make the surface safer? I don't want the expense of replacing it. Well, Rebecca, there are some anti-slip films that you can actually spray onto the floor, but I really don't think it's a good idea in this situation because it's going to peel up and trap dirt and you're not going to be happy with how it looks. So this is going to sound a little crazy, but I actually want you to sand the tiles. Here's what I want you to do. Grab a palm sander with a medium, maybe even a fine grit sandpaper on it, and go to a corner of the floor somewhere and turn it on and just lightly put a little pressure over the floor and then stop. Brush it away, and if you feel a little texture on there, you're actually gonna take that film, that shiny film that's on the ceramic, and rough it up ever so slightly. If you see now with your hand that it's not as slippery as the other one, then go to town on the rest of the floor and you will solve the problem. You may find that it holds a little bit more dirt, but you'll still be able to clean it, and more importantly, no one's going to slip and fall. Here's an email from Bob. I've seen 3 different floor joist types used by builders recently. The standard 2x10 and 2 of them new to me. One has particle board in the middle and maybe a 3/4 inch top and bottom cord, and the other is an open web truss using 2x4s. What are the pluses and minuses, and which one, in your opinion, is superior? Well, Bob, those 2x10s you're talking about are deemed conventional framing. They've been around forever. It's still being used, and it's a terrific way to build a home. But engineered trusses, those 2 that you mentioned, have been around a long time, probably 30, 40 years. And it really is the building standard because it's stronger and offers a variety of design capabilities that you can't get out of conventional framing. So I would tell you there should be no reservations when it comes to using engineered trusses. You're going to find a stronger floor, a stronger structure, and a long-lasting building proposition. Karen sent us an email and asks, my ceilings are crumbling. My home was built in 1928 and I have plaster ceilings and walls. There are cracks everywhere, but our biggest concern is why? Is it because we just recently replaced the windows? What causes these cracks? Karen, the answer to your question is in the first part of the sentence that you wrote. Your home was built in 1928. Anybody that's watching this that was born in 1928 probably has a lot of cracks. I mean, it's just age that happens, and that plaster starts to break down. It dries out. There's, been all these years, what is that, 1928 till now, that's over 80 years, right, of expansion and contraction and separation, and the plaster just starts to break down. If you're not seeing any evidence of water coming through, then it's just this stuff's getting old. You want to scrape away all the old stuff, get to a nice solid base, and then you can patch all that with either patching plaster or just conventional joint compound to give you a nice smooth finish. But keep in mind, it's going to continue to crack because it was built in 1928.